Good afternoon. It's Johnny Sunshine. It's Friday, guys. And Johnny's ready to get his cook on, Jackson. I'm going to cook a Portuguese soup. I still have 2 pounds of chorizo from one of my subscribers from up in Massachusetts, Fall River, Somerville, Somerset, something like that. But I'm gonna go ahead and get my soup going here, Jackson. A little bit of vegetable broth this time. Bada bing. I've got some red kidney beans, some white kidney beans, a can of corn, because that's just how Johnny rolls, Jackson. Gotta have that corn, man. Some potatoes, some onions, lots of onions. I'm gonna throw some garlic in this one because I need to get garlic in my diet more. Got some kale, 2 bags. And I went shopping, and I got a lot of good stuff, man, that like changed my diet. Unfortunately, as much as I love Deb Wilders, the stuff I eat there, mainly sandwiches, are not good for me. Processed meat is terrible, man. But I just fucking love it. I gotta stay away from there. You know, it's like trying to sleep in a crack house. It's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be tough. So you avoid them. Yeah. Anyways, let's get some of this. I'm gonna put the juice from this corn in here because I like the sweetness of it. I'm gonna crush some of this garlic real quick. I'm not gonna chop it all up. I'm just gonna crush it. Johnny's gotta get his glasses on, man. Let's turn this baby on, Jackson. So, I posted a video this morning about feeling a little depressed. And the first comment is from somebody who obviously takes, just gets joy out of the fact that people are struggling, you know. So I disbarred him. He's gone. He'll come back under a creepy ass assumed name. But, you know, unfortunately, there are a lot of people who just don't give a fuck about anybody but themselves until they're the victim, until they're, you know, faced with, like, all these people that were affected by this fucking hurricane. While they're doing good, they don't give a fuck about anybody else who's struggling. But as soon as this shit comes to their neighborhood, all of a sudden, they want everybody to feel bad for them, you know. Yeah, I take back all that bad shit I did, because I need help now. Yeah. It will come to your doorstep someday. For you people out there who think you're immune. Sickness, storms, whatever. It will show up at your doorstep. Someday. That's a promise. Johnny's going to take a hit on this video because, you know, God forbid you listen to music while cooking. I got a woman that I kind of miss. In go the beans. In go the beans. So I had to do a little work on my dishwasher today because it's kind of the jets were all clogged up in it, man. So I had to give it a bath in some vinegar and use my weed whacker string to clean out all the jets. And it took more than a few times for me. I had to open while it was in the cycle, I have to open it, clear the jets, close it again, open it again, till I got all the shit out of there. But it should work a lot better now. A millionaire. A millionaire. Yeah, baby. I wasted a lot of that on you. Little bit of red pepper, y'all. Maybe a lot. Get my nose running. Black pepper. A lot of that. I love it. Where'd my salt go, Jay? Where's my salt? Oh, here it is. importance. I remember this when I was a kid, man. A little bit of salt never hurt nobody. Got some people in my family that just pour out the salt onto their food, man. Literally can't get enough of it. Crazy, y'all. You know who you are. So I gotta tell you, man, when I went to Publix, the prices didn't seem... There were a couple things that I wanted that seemed a little out of whack, the price, so I just didn't buy them, but some things have, you know, the prices come down. That's when the old fingertip comes off, Jackson. I gotta get me some potatoes up in here, bite. Let me get a couple cans of water for this, man. Oop, that one landed right between my toes, yo. Potato dough. Potato dough. Don't worry, I'll turn the camera off when I throw it back in the soup. This is gonna be full length, guys. Full length Johnny cooking. guys. Thinking that's enough potatoes. Gotta get my chorizo up in here, man. Half a stick of butter, guys. Toss it up in there. Time to do a little cleanup. Breaking out the chorizo, guys. Ow. It's still a little frozen, man. That ended up in the same fucking toast, my last fucking potato. Hey, Shurice, how you doing? Sometimes cutting things when it's a little frozen is better. But this is a little too frozen. Take a withdrawal sniff. What? Come on. That's a pot of soup there, bub. Alright guys, so once this is done, I just need to get this thing up to a boil for a few minutes, and then I'll throw the kale in and it's gonna be done, Jackson. Alright guys, she cooking, man. Feel like I forgot something with this soup, you know, but we'll see. Getting close, guys. Getting close. Johnny's licking his chops waiting for this stuff. It's 2:40. I'm gonna let it cook till 3 o'clock and then I gotta dig in, man. Can't wait. Alright guys, so I gave in. I can't wait. So what if the potatoes are a little crunchy? I don't care. It's only gonna get better, Jackson. Get in my belly. Get in my belly. Portuguese soup. I'm just gonna let that simmer for a little while, guys. I'm gonna come over here and chow down, Jackson. Guys, this stuff's good for your soul, man. Good for your soul, Jackson. Wow. Good, man. I can taste the garlic in here, the crushed red pepper. And my nose is running. That's the litmus test for soup. If your nose doesn't run, it ain't no good, Jackson. Boy, that's good broth, man. I think I'm gonna make some nice broth and get some of them Chinese rice noodles, man, or Vietnamese. Make my own pho. What the pho? You know what I'm saying? $40 a week, guys. Do the math. This shit adds up. Make yourself a soup. Man. Try this Portuguese soup. I was thinking of this woman when I was at the Hope Lodge. I made a Portuguese soup and I gave it to everybody, you know. It's a good healthy dish for everybody to eat. We're all with transplant patients and a family member. But this one woman, she lived in a community where every year they had a soup competition. And I gave her a bowl of this soup and she was like, wow. She had never tasted anything like it. And so I told her how I made it. And I said, this isn't really authentic Portuguese soup, but it's my take on it. I like to get a little more veggies in it. But she took down the recipe, and I was just wondering how she did, man. She said she was going to present that as her soup in the next competition, which is pretty cool, man. I'll bet she's still making this today, man. My favorite soup for sure, hands down. And just easy to cook, man. Easy to make. I mean, if I could fucking do it, so can't you. Alright guys, that's it for this one. Have a great day. I'm having a great Friday. Make yourself a soup. I know it's getting cold up there in the north. And make a soup. It's good for your soul. Good morning. It's Johnny Sunshine. I gotta make sure I get my Harris sign in. Guys, check it out, man. Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing today? It's Friday, guys. It's about, I don't know, let's see. 10, 12, 13. The presence of God in my life, or a higher power, spirits, whatever. Johnny just got off the phone with Moffat. They called me today, and Allie, she's a transplant coordinator. She's a beautiful Chinese woman, so happy and just balanced and, you know, totally opposite of me. I'm totally off balance, crazy. she asked me at the end, they had to reschedule my appointment because things got all whacked out because of the weather, and it may change again. I mean, we still have a long way to go in hurricane season here in Florida. But at the end of the conversation, she said, "How are you doing?" And I said, "Well, you know, to be honest with you, mentally, I'm not in a good space." And it happens, man. You know, it's just a culmination of a lot of shit going on. Politics in our nation, what's going on in the world, weather, extreme weather conditions. It's extreme, guys, you know? To have 20 feet of water flowing down the fucking main street in your town, washing away mountains and everything that's been there for 200 fucking years, that's extreme. So Johnny's not in a good space. It's steamy again today. You can see, you know, I've actually adjusted. I make sure I turn my air conditioning up to 78 when I get up in the morning, but I have to have it at least 75 or 74 so I can sleep without sweating. But it's humid again today, man. There's so much moisture in the air, so much rain, and that rain's coming back out of the ground and going up into the clouds. It's just humid down here, very uncomfortable, and it has broken Johnny. It really has. But it was nice that Allie took the time to ask me how I'm doing, you know, and that what prompted that was me asking about Moffat, because this place has a very, very special place in my heart, and I care about that place. And I asked her, I said, "Is everything okay there? You know, did you guys get through this storm without flooding or things getting turned?" I mean, a hospital, they need to be building them things up, you know, 40 feet in the air, with lots of canoe parking, you know, down here in Florida. Motorboats. Yeah. Just watch out for the telephone poles, you know, that 2 feet that's sticking out of the ground, out of the water. But anyways, she said yes, everything was okay. Their schedule got kind of messed up, bad, because there are so many people they take care of, man, literally thousands of people, which is a problem in itself. The fact that so many people have cancer in this country, man. But everything was good there, and she said that her house was fine. And it's nice just to have a fucking conversation with somebody who's on an even keel, you know? And I haven't been on an even keel. A lot of it has to do with playing to the camera on YouTube. And I think there's an effect from dealing with snide, and I prompted a lot of times, but, you know, dealing with thousands upon thousands of nasty cut and digs at you, it's just an unhealthy thing. So Steve Lav, he's got he figured it out. He don't talk to his subscribers for the most part. He just sits back and watches. And I noticed the comments, you know, from him. He hardly ever comments back. Maybe that's in the future for Johnny. But I love a fight, you know. I love fucking... It's just in my nature to... You know, if you slap me, I punch you. Something I have to work on, man. I don't know, maybe I'll never change. But Anyways, it's Friday, guys. My phone, thank God, my phone has not been ringing this week. The few calls that I did get were easy. And, you know, you can still go out and do $1,000 worth of calls in a week. And that's all right, you know. I mean, that's fine. I need to take some time off, man. It's critical. A lot of shit's going on. Unfortunately, I'm a very political guy. I was happy to see Liz Cheney. I really like Liz Cheney. She's out there campaigning for Kamala Harris, man. Her father endorsed Kamala Harris. Dick Cheney. George Bush endorsed Kamala Harris. For Christ's sakes, Willie Nelson endorsed Kamala Harris. This stooge that you people, you have no idea how dangerous he is, man. Wake the fuck up. Good Lordy Jesus, man. This guy does nothing but every word out of his mouth for the last fucking 10 years has been nothing more than a fucking wedge, some sort of a fucking message to divide us. And that's the only way a dumbass like him would ever have a chance of fucking becoming a president. Used to be, if you watch some of the old debates, which I've watched them over the years because I was always interested in politics, man. I watched all of these debates. I watched the debate when old fucking Dan Quayle compared himself to Jack Kennedy. But those were civil, you know, debates, man. And then here comes Donald Trump, and he's fucking, the debate stage turned into a fucking goddamn elementary school fucking schoolyard with fucking childish insults, and he's dragged us all down collectively. He is a pariah. He's a charlatan. There are so many fucking words that describe this guy. I don't know why you people support him, man. Is it really about cheaper gas? You know, this guy's a fucking danger to the whole world, man. He stands beside our ally in Ukraine, and he says, you know, I like Putin, you know. And the guy's standing there like, are you kidding me? Putin, the guy responsible for killing fucking I don't know how many of his countrymen? I gotta stop feeding this monster, guys. It's taking us all over. This fucking piece of shit. The devil in disguise. Anyways, there are some good things happening. It's getting a little bit cooler, man, for sure. I worked yesterday. I was soaking wet, but not as wet as I normally am. But before the day ended, you know, my shoes were full of water. Nice new pair of fucking Dockers. Yeah, soaking wet. I look at them this morning, they're all curled up, look like some fucking elf shoes. Yeah. That's because the water was 3 inches deep at the parking lot where my truck was parked. And, yeah, Johnny had to take at least 3 or 4 steps to get in my truck. It's just living in Florida, man. Bad mojo. Bad mojo floating in the air. And little Donnie Jr., fucking DeSantis. God is not happy with the direction of our country, man.
He's trying to wipe this country clean, Jackson. You reap what you sow. All of this shit that's happening, it's not by mistake. It's because, we're creating the situation we're in, and I'm doing the same thing by being negative. I noticed yesterday, I'm usually very, very upbeat and happy. For me. For some of you people might say, this guy's a fucking negative Nancy. But anyways, I realize that almost everything that comes out of my mouth now is in the negative vein. And I'm in a bad space. I'm in a fucking bad space. The accumulation of all of this shit and the shit that we get fed from the internet on our phones on a daily fucking basis is just, it's not nutritious, man. It's bad. And I gotta really watch that. When I say something, I think to myself, wow, that was pretty negative. And what are these people thinking about me? Somebody who's just so fucking negative. But there's a lot of things happening right now that you should be negative about. If you're not fucking mad as hell, there's something fucking wrong with you. So I stick to the old adage, this too shall pass, and eventually it will. I will say that yesterday I drove by they've been doing some work in the back. Guy bought a house and he's doing all kinds of work. I'm sure he's not making his neighbors happy. He seems to have money to burn, and he's putting driveways in, and he's doing what I did, but it's very tight back there where he's doing it, so it affects his neighbors, cement trucks and work trucks. It's basically like one lane going by his house. Very thin road, not very wide, but I was driving by there, and then I came around the corner and I saw in one of my neighbor's houses a bunch of cars in the driveway, and like a lot of cars, like everybody in the family was there. And I thought to myself, this does not, my intuition said this does not look good. Something happened. And so last night, about 9 o'clock, 8:30, 8 o'clock, I think. I didn't want to call too late, but I called up and I talked to somebody. I said, hey, is everything okay over there? I saw a lot of cars. And they said, well, the woman got diagnosed. She's had an issue with cancer, and I guess it has come back. And I think that they may have received the worst news, like there's nothing we can do at this point. And it's a sad story. Sad for their family, but life goes on. Johnny's really, I think, depressed, man. I mean, I can't even imagine people wanting to listen to me air this shit out, but it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. I'm praying for some new energy. I read some books last night that I haven't delved into in a long time. And I just think of how far I am from where I used to be when I first got sick. And after I had my bone marrow transplant, I took time every day to thank God and to be at peace and to take things. And I have totally gotten away from that. And my inner peace has gone away with that. So Johnny's on a mission to get back to center. To get back to where I was. Like I said before, being diagnosed with leukemia was the worst thing that ever happened to me, but I can tell you that going through that fire and coming out the other side, I was the happiest I've ever been in my life, man. I had everything in perspective, but life and the herd, the direction we're all going in, tends to take over, man. And I'm there now. I'm just caught up in the fucking bullshit. And it can't make people happy. I think that most people are, you know, they just have such a negative fucking attitude, man. And it's bad for us. It's unhealthy as a country for us to be like this. And to the people that when I go to Deb Wilders, you see people, I love going there just to watch people. A lot of us are unhealthy, obese. Everybody's got fucking issues. It's got a lot to do with the food we eat, the stuff that companies are able to sell in this country. And it just feeds this machine of sickness, and they don't cure anything. You know, you want to cure cancer? Go through these stores and go down the middle aisles and fucking say, you can't produce this anymore, this anymore, this anymore, and this anymore. And we probably cut the incidence of cancer in half in this country. But every once in a while, you know, sitting in Deb Wilders, you'll see somebody, mostly women, sometimes guys, you know, but mostly women who have just a smile on their face, man. And I smile back at them, and I often tell them, you have a beautiful smile, and thanks for smiling. You know, we need more of that. And you guys know Johnny ain't shy about talking to new people I've never met. But I need to get back to center, man. Thank God it's Friday. I got my Kamala cup. You guys are going to say, it's not Kamala, it's not Kamala. And I don't, you know, whatever. She got my vote. I watched a few things last night. Basically, it's a race to 270 in this stupid fucking Electoral College map, where Kamala, if she loses this race to the Electoral College, it's not going to be because she lost the popular vote. My guess is she's going to get anywhere from 10 to 13 million more votes than Donald Trump. But there's still the possibility that this guy could win the election in the Electoral College because of the 6 people who live in fucking Idaho and Wyoming. You know, they're Trumpers out there. You know, they live their life in no man's land, flyover states, and their voice is bigger than, you know, 10 million people. Handful of fucking Republicans living out in these fucking states, flyover states. We need Electoral College reform. We need to shit can it, you know? Just ridiculous. But anyways, it's Friday, guys. Johnny is trying to be positive, but I can't. And time off is really what you need. So, you know, it's a beautiful day. It's about 70 degrees. The sun's shining. There's no humidity. Maybe I'll go down and take a long walk on Siesta Beach, one of the most beautiful beaches in the country. And oh, wait a minute, John, wake up, snap, pinch yourself. Oh, Siesta Key has been ruined in a fucking hurricane. It's fucking 89 degrees right now at 10 in the morning with 70, 80% humidity. The beach is closed. The parking lot's full of sand. Yeah, reality sucks. To the person who bought me this cup and sent it to me, thank you. I really appreciate it. I had coffee the other day with my Joe Biden, and he was seeing red, man. He was seeing red in his glasses. This one's not gonna do well, this video. I can tell you that. It is what it is, guys. Johnny needs to vent. We all need to be able to just talk to ourselves in an empty house. Get it out. I have my own meeting. This is like an AA meeting. No interruptions. Beautiful. All right, guys. Have a great day. I'm going to find something to do. Maybe clean my house, man. You know, maybe vacuum my fucking house and get all this dog hair up and, you know, whatever. Have a good one, guys. God bless you. Stay safe, man. Stay safe. The good thing that happened is these port workers, they understand the damage that they could cause by not working. And they realize that they have a tentative agreement. Nothing's been signed, but they went back to work because they're real fucking Americans. And they deserve, you know, why should they be out there doing all the work, working their fucking balls off, and then people will criticize them for wanting more money for doing the work. But they don't criticize the CEO who makes $600 million fucking dollars a year. Come on, guys. Get your fucking heads out of your asses. Jesus Christ. I'll tell you what. The fucking Latin or the Latin workers need to unionize. They need a walkout in this country to get everybody's fucking attention. You guys out there on the other side trashing these people, they are the ones who are doing all the fucking work, man. Look around. Look who's in these trucks. Look who's out cutting the grass in the fucking rain. My guy on this circle, man. His whole family, they're humble, they're hardworking, family people. And all Donald Trump does is trash these fucking people. And they have a complex. They're like afraid to look at people. Especially somebody like me. They see this wackadoo fucking haircut and they think, oh, this guy's gonna be a Trumper. But my hair is cut like this because I can't grow hair, you know? My cancer fucked me up, man. Be kind to immigrants. In the old Bible, it says the meek shall inherit the earth. And hopefully someday that will happen. Because when you're on the bottom looking up, you got a way different perspective than these fucking rich pricks like Don Jr. and his fucking little sick-ass family. Yeah, I hate these people. I just fucking hate them.